Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to go over the basic structure of the course management system, or basically, the online course. So this is the home page. This is what you should see every time you open up the course. This is a picture of most of our students that went last year. This is in Murin, which is a town that's actually about a mile above sea level. As you can see, some really nice scenery in the background, and this is actually very shortly after we got off a gondola to get up here. So um, anyway, I'm going to go over the first set of tabs here on the left. So you look on the left-hand side, these are sort of like the main tabs. I've divided up into 3 sections. This is sort of the main section. Here's your learning materials and assignments. This is where all of the course sort of academic material is, and then here's some a series of help tabs. So I'll go over these two in a later presentation. Okay, so basically you can click on these tabs. This will take you right to the course home page. You can see there's some announcements here. It'll tell you when things are due and so forth. And that should be updated automatically. I'll try to keep the announcements there as well, but I'll send you emails for the most part. Okay, so here's your schedule, syllabus, and policies. Your course schedule, all you have to do is click on the schedule. This will open up. This is actually a Google Doc, so this is a cloud-based document. So this is not static. So if I have to update this for any reason, I'll let you know, but it'll automatically update. But this should be pretty straightforward here. The semester is broken down into 12 weeks. So week 1 starts February 8th. The last week of the semester starts on the 2nd of May. Here's the main topic, okay? So you can see energy, non-renewable energy, solar, wind, and so forth. The homework or the assignments, these are the quizzes that you have that week. So, first week you have a schedule and policies quiz, and then lesson 1, lesson 2 quizzes, lesson 3 and 4 quizzes, and so on. And then pretty much every week you'll have an additional assignment. So the first week, for example, you just have to introduce yourself on a discussion board. But then you have labs from time to time and so forth. Okay. All right. So the schedule is pretty straightforward. If there's any kind of additional notes that I want to give you a heads up for, I'll put that in that column. So you can see that the semester ends on week 12, and then in another 3 weeks, we actually will depart for Switzerland. Okay, so that is your course schedule. The syllabus, you can click on here. It'll download the syllabus. I'm not going to go over that. Course policies, this is very important. A lot of your orientation quiz will be based on this. So really all you need is a computer with Microsoft Excel and then a calculator. So your grading policy, it looks like a lot of assignments, or it's really not too bad. You're going to be doing a blog, as I went over in the introduction. Pretty much every week you'll have at least 1 or 2 quizzes. There will be labs throughout the semester, and then these are just 2 different presentations that you'll do before you leave, and then you actually follow up on that presentation once we go to Switzerland, and I'll address that in more detail at a later time. I'm also going to have you do 1 current event just to kind of get your head really in Switzerland to see what's going on in the world of energy and/or politics and education and so forth. And then you'll have a final presentation that's after the travel is done. And then there's a couple of extra credit assignments. This may change. I may add or subtract these a little bit. Okay, this is really, really important. Due dates and late policy. All right, so here's the deal. On the course calendar, when it says it's due by midnight on the day that's indicated. Okay, so these are all online-based assignments. So if it's due on, February 20th, it's due at 11:59 p.m. on February 20th. Okay, so for the weekly assignments, the assignments for a given week, they are due the Sunday after that week is over. So basically, you get a week for all assignments. So they're due they're due by the sort of the beginning of the following week. And I'll just go over a quick example. So if you look at the schedule here, for example, okay, so we're in week 2, right? You can see that we have a couple of quizzes and a lab. So this is all due the day before this week starts. So it's due Sunday, February 21st. Pretty straightforward. Okay. Now my late policies, I'll give you up to 1 week late with a 10% deduction for all assignments. I'm a little bit lenient there. Uh, Now, none of the quizzes or the presentations must be done on time to receive credit. This is important because we're going to, you know, do these online presentations, and they're going to receive some feedback, so it's important that we get those in on time. Labs, I'll give you till the end of the semester. I know for a lot of you, this is kind of an additional class on top of other things, so I'm going to give you a little extra time to do the labs. And I will drop your lowest quiz grade. Basic assignment descriptions, I'm not going to go over these. You can read through these, but this gives you a pretty good idea. Academic integrity, like any other course, it's very important. And so you can, this is a link here that shows you the student handbook of all of our academic policies, plagiarism, and so forth. And then, I'm very much welcome any feedback that you have at any time. All courses are always evolving, so I do appreciate any feedback for good or positive or negative. And then if you have any issues with me or any way that the class is being run, you can contact my department chair if it comes down to it. But I ask that you address me first. But if you don't feel comfortable, you're more than welcome to address the chair. Okay. Here's your grades, so this will be updated as your grades continue. This is really important. If you want to email anyone in the class, including me, I want you to go through this. This is really important. So you just click on email, and what you can do is you can email all the instructors, you can email all the students, or which I often use, you can email select people. So I can just click if I want to email I don't know, Nancy and Jonathan or JR. I can click the two of them, and then I just do the box over here. Okay, and then it shows you who you're emailing. Now, if you want to remove them, you can just click it and click that arrow. Okay, and then you subject, and if you want to write JR an email, write in the subject, write in the email. You can do attachments, you can do formatting, all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, so that's how you need to communicate with me. This is really important. This is a discussion board. If you have any questions about content, I ask that if at all possible you post to the discussion board. In order to do that, you just click on the link and you hit create thread. All right. This is nice because then, if you have a question about the content, there's a really good chance that someone else has the same question. So this way, we can avoid maybe some redundancy in the class. And also, you can help each other. So, I recommend subscribing to this forum. That way, when somebody asks a question, you'll receive an email. I will subscribe to the forum, and so when anybody posts a question, I'll receive an email and I'll respond as soon as I possibly can. Okay. And then last, we have the introduction. So this is one of your assignments this week. You need to go through and basically introduce yourself to your classmates. Okay, so that's it for the main set of tabs.